Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Liam Kenny, and I am currently live streaming to bring you all up to date on the latest information on Hurricane Ida. Here is the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center: a 105 mile per hour Category 2 hurricane. Winds again in that 100 mile per hour range, potentially gusting a lot higher than that. As you can see by this forecast, by tomorrow morning, within the next couple of hours, it is now forecasted to gain strength and become a 125 mile per hour Category 3 hurricane, and then regain more strength and become a major Category 4 hurricane by tomorrow afternoon, right before making landfall. The system is going to be a massive, massive, massive storm to millions of people across the state of Louisiana. If you are in the state of Louisiana and have not evacuated, I really, really, really hope that you guys are able to ride this out, okay? Because this is going to be absolutely devastating to your area. Before we go any further, please feel free to comment anything you might have down in the comment in the live chat. I'm watching the live chat right now on my separate screen, and I can see everything that everybody is typing. So please feel free to ask me anything, questions, comments, or concerns that you might have, and I'll be more than happy to answer them right here during the stream. Also notice that this system, as soon as it gets on land, is going to be a very slow mover, because as we head towards Monday afternoon, the system is still right in that general area. So this is going to be a very dangerous situation. We're probably looking at winds around hurricane force for at least 8 or 10 hours, especially right here in southeastern Louisiana. New Orleans, you are now just on that eastern side of the cone, so we have seen a little bit more shift towards the west, and also the cone get a little narrower as the day has gone on. But this is not just going to be a coastal threat. This is going to be a threat well inland, especially into the states of eastern Arkansas, western Mississippi, northern Alabama, the whole entire states of Tennessee, Kentucky, and then eventually into western North Carolina. Please know that this could potentially be a very, very, very life-threatening situation. We are talking about wind gusts well over 100 miles an hour, over 15 inches of rain. So we're talking over a foot of rain. 15 feet of storm surge is possible. Everything is possible with this system. Here is the latest enhanced satellite from 9:50 p.m. Let me go ahead and open this in a new tab. This is just a massive, massive storm. You can see there is the eye wall right there, the most strongest part of the system. You can also see within the last couple of hours, we've been starting to see a lot more deep convection on that southernmost side, which is indicating that these thunderstorms are going to start rotating to that northern side, which is the worst part of the hurricane. Let's go ahead and take a look at the satellite loop. You can just see the power of this system. It has plenty of air along these sides, and then also look at these thunderstorms that are now starting to fire up across the southwestern panhandle of Florida. This is a very, very, very dangerous storm, potentially life-threatening. I mean, look at all the deep convection now firing up on the southern side of the system. That is an indication of intense strengthening and very fast intensification currently happening within this system. Here are the current alerts we have out. Anywhere in that purple, that is hurricane warnings. Let me zoom up a little bit just so that way you can see that a little bit better. Once again, anywhere in this pink area is a hurricane warning. Give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and post the link to this on my Twitter so that way I can hopefully get some more viewers. Give me just 1 second. Purple, that is hurricane warnings. Let me zoom up a little bit just so that way you can see that a little. Alrighty. Wow, look at this. Are you watching me? Doesn't say I have any viewers. Yeah, this is what it looks like right there, right? Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't say I have any viewers. Okay. Oh well, I have one viewer now. Yeah. All right. Let me let you go. Alrighty. If you're just joining us now, welcome. Here is a live update on Hurricane Ida. Here's a look at the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. A 105 mile per hour Category 2 hurricane, wind sustained in that 105 mile per hour range. Notice that as we get to early tomorrow morning, we are now already in that Category 3 hurricane force area right in there. So right in there, we're still going to be well offshore. And then look at this. As soon as we get to Sunday night, right before the system makes landfall, we're now looking at a 130 mile per hour Category 4 hurricane. We are one category away from Category 5. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you this model right here. This is going to show you the intensity forecast. Let me try and zoom in a little bit on this. Notice how the system, most of the models don't have it making it to Category 4. It is very, very likely that Hurricane Ida will make it to Category 4 strength before landfall. And let me also say this, it is not out of the question for Hurricane Ida to become a Category 5 hurricane. I've seen several hurricanes in the past that were not forecasted to become a major Category 5 hurricane at landfall, and they did. So even though right now it is not forecasted for Hurricane Ida to become a Category 5 hurricane at this point, it is definitely still on the table. Everything is on the table within this system. So let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast track, because this track is going to be extremely important as we head over the next several days. So after landfall, notice in this general area right here, the system is going to be so slow moving that right here, here's landfall Sunday, sometime tomorrow afternoon. As we get into Monday, we're still only maybe 50 to 100 miles, just north of where it made landfall. Let me actually go to my radar and actually see how far that is away, just so that way you can get the best estimate. So let's say landfall is somewhere right in here. If we take our little marker, and you go from this point up to about this point, you're still only talking about 100 or so miles from where it made landfall, and that is within almost 24 hours. Here's Sunday afternoon, here's Monday afternoon. Total 24 hours. We're only going to be this far away. So the system is going to be a very, very, very slow mover, and we're still going to be in hurricane status as we head into Monday morning. So we're talking about all night Saturday night into Monday morning. You're looking at wind gusts well over 100 miles per hour, over 15 feet of storm surge in some areas is possible, over 20 inches of rain is possible. Everything is on the table with this system. If you are in this general area right here, let me draw it on my marker. If you're in this general area right here, if you do not evacuate, I really hope that you don't get injured or you don't lose your life. Okay, let me just put it that way. This system is going to be so very strong at landfall. We're looking at wind gusts well over 130 miles an hour, and that's just what the forecast cone is saying. I've seen so many times where hurricanes are actually stronger than what the forecast is saying. Let's pretend that right now, this little line right here, this is saying 140 miles an hour. That puts us 15 miles an hour shy of a major Category 5 hurricane, the worst possible hurricane that you can get. So let me say this one more time. Category 3, 130 miles an hour is only 20 miles shy of a Category 5 hurricane. We are so close to the biggest hurricane of all, it is not even funny anymore. And let me go ahead and say this is not just going to be a coastal threat. Notice how, once again, we're still at hurricane stats by Monday morning. We go down to a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm by Monday afternoon. Then we go down to a tropical depression by early Tuesday morning. And then we're finally at a post-tropical cyclone as we head into Tuesday morning. Let me just tell you, anywhere where I'm about to draw my marker, anywhere in this area right here, we're looking at easily over 5 inches of rain. Let me tell you right now, anywhere in this general area, you're gonna be seeing over a foot of rain. Let me just put it that way, okay? Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other risks, okay? Here's a satellite, okay? Look at this. Notice all this convection here on the southern side. This is all going to be rotating counterclockwise around the center, and that's all going to be heading to the worst part, which is this northeastern eye wall. Let me make my pen a little bit smaller so that way you can see it a little bit better. So here is the deep convection right in there. There's the eye right there. And anywhere where this is, that is the northeastern eye wall. All of these thunderstorms are going to be rotating counterclockwise and heading to that worst side of the hurricane, which is making it even stronger. And also notice how all of these very high clouds are rotating, really clockwise around the center. That is giving the hurricane more room to breathe. Okay, here is a good look at the satellite on this system, and just notice how all the deep convection on this northern side is really starting to form. As the system continues to head northwestward, closer and closer to the southeastern Louisiana coast, that is only going to get worse. Notice how also the eye wall right there is getting stronger and stronger. This system is extremely, extremely dangerous. And also, last but not least, look at all of these thunderstorms now starting to fire up with these outer bands that are rotating around the center of Hurricane Ida. This is potentially a very, very, very dangerous storm that we are witnessing. This could potentially be one of the worst hurricanes that we see this year. Let me just put it that way. Okay, here are the spaghetti models that we have. Notice how it goes all the way across the Mississippi River Valley, into the Ohio River Valley, into the Mid-Atlantic, and then right across New England. This system is not just going to be a coastal threat. This system is going to be a massive threat to everybody in the eastern United States. Obviously, yes, the worst impacts are going to be here across southeastern portions of the state of Louisiana, but we can easily be seeing 3 to 5 inches of rain, especially in this general area, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other risks. As you might have guessed, because this system is going to be coming on shore as a major Category 4 hurricane, we obviously have hurricane warnings issued from Baton Rouge all the way down to Grand Isle, Houma, and New Orleans. You are now included in this, meaning that we could easily be seeing winds over 75 miles an hour, sustained and potentially gusts over 120 miles an hour, several feet of storm surge, and potentially over a foot of rain. As we head a little bit more northern, more inland and also east and westward, that's where we have tropical storm warnings just to the east of Lake Charles. This is where Hurricane Laura made landfall, yet to really this time last year as a major Category 4 hurricane with winds of 150 miles an hour. We're potentially looking at the exact same type of hurricane making landfall about maybe 100 or so miles just east of where Hurricane Laura made landfall a year later. And also, don't forget, Hurricane Katrina, a Category 5 hurricane, made landfall on August 29th. That is tomorrow, when Hurricane Ida is forecasted to make landfall. We're looking at 2 potential Category 5s making landfall on the exact same day of the year, same place almost, and exact same intensity. That is absolutely insane and unthinkable to think about. All right? Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, Gulfport, Mississippi. You are included in that tropical storm warning, indicating we could easily be seeing winds over 50 to 60 mile an hour, sustained, potentially hurricane force winds gusts over 100 miles an hour, several feet of storm surge, and potentially several inches of rain. A potentially life-threatening situation. Now, I cannot get enough of this graphic. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 10 to 15 feet of storm surge potential within Hurricane Ida. That is absolutely insane. You're talking about a very deep pool. I mean, if you go to a water park or something like that, and you have a wade pool that is 6 feet, you're looking at a storm surge deeper than the deepest pool you can get. That is absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Look how far inland this goes. Also, all the way to these inland counties right here, right here, right here. Absolutely incredible. In that 10 to 15 feet of storm surge. Remember, if we have a hurricane right here, everything is going to be pushing counterclockwise, so we can easily be seeing more than 7 to 11 feet of storm surge right here in the New Orleans Bay. Anywhere in this red area, that is Lake Pontchartrain, 5 to 8 feet of storm surge potential. Okay, we're talking now about storm surge over people's heads. Gulfport, Mississippi, you are also included in that 7 to 11 range because of that counterclockwise spin and those onshore waves, 7 to 11 feet. Just east of Gulfport, still in the state of Mississippi along the coastline, 4 to 7 feet. Still very, very, very dangerous. Also, look at this little area just to the west of New Orleans. You are also in that 4 to 7 feet of storm surge range. As we continue to head eastward, Mobile, Alabama. Look how far this area goes. Probably a lot, very far inland. Let's go to the radar and actually see how far that goes in. From the coastline of Dauphin Island up to Mobile, Alabama, this is roughly about 30 or so miles of at least 2 to 4 feet of storm surge. That may not look like much, but let me tell you right now, it is. As we head towards the eastern side, remember, now we're getting into some of that offshore push because, remember, all areas of low pressure, aka hurricanes, they all rotate counterclockwise. So on the eastern side, you've got that onshore push. On the western side, you've got that offshore push. So even though we still have that offshore push on the western side of Hurricane Ida, we're still looking at very high storm surge totals. 6 to 9 feet anywhere in these coastal areas right here. Easily over 6 to 9 feet of storm surge. As you head westward, 3 to 5 feet. Absolutely incredible. And last but not least, right near Lake Charles in Cameron, this is where Hurricane Laura made landfall this time last year as a major Category 4 hurricane with winds of 150 miles an hour. You are going to be in that 1 to 3 range. But aside from all of that, I want to go back to this area right here. 10 to 15 feet of storm surge. Ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen storm surge numbers this high. This could be a quote-unquote potentially life-threatening system. If you live in this area that is in that 10 to 15 range, if you did not evacuate, please, please, please do not go outside tomorrow. Stay in your home. Shelter like you would as if there was a tornado. With that being said, get into the most interior room in your house. Maybe a indoor bathroom or an interior closet. Put a helmet on to protect yourself from falling debris. God forbid any debris is flying and it breaks windows and shatters glass. Put shoes on to protect your feet from getting cut. And last but not least, have a way to get warnings. Keep your phone or your mobile device or even a NOAA weather radio in your safe place so that way you know when it is okay to get out of your storm space. And last but not least, I cannot stress this enough. I know so many people want to get out, especially if they're in the eye. Do not go out in the eye of a hurricane. You have to go through 2 stages of the eye wall, the worst part of a hurricane, to get into the eye. Hello, John Lynn. Welcome to the stream. Once again, if you are in the eye of Hurricane Ida, do not, and I repeat, do not get out of your shelter to go look and see the damage from Hurricane Ida in the eye. Wait till you get out of the system completely and then survey the damage. I cannot stress this enough. Anywhere in this area right here, 6 to 9, 10 to 15, 7 to 11, 5 to 8, this could be potentially a life and death situation. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. If you did not evacuate, if you were in this area, you are in my deepest prayers as we head into tomorrow. Here's your chance of seeing hurricane force winds. Now we're talking about sustained winds over 74 miles per hour. Look at this range right here. Anywhere in this purple, that is in that 90% range. Okay? As we head towards the inland areas, that's an 80% chance. It is almost guaranteed that you will see sustained winds at least over 70 miles an hour. As we head into Houma, Louisiana, 70% chance of seeing sustained winds over 70 miles an hour. New Orleans, Louisiana, you're in that 40 to 50% chance, so about a 50-50 shot of seeing sustained winds over 50 or 60 miles an hour. As we head more westward and more inland, Baton Rouge, you are in that 40 to 50% range. Just absolutely incredible what is unfolding here. And look at this right here. Let me try and zoom in on this area right here, okay? You're not going to be able to see the totals for just a second. Look at right here. In that pink area, remember that pink color. Look at this. 12 to 18 inches of rain. 12 inches is a foot. So we're talking about over a foot of rain falling in coastal southeastern Louisiana. Right dead center in the cone. Just absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. New Orleans, Louisiana, you are in the red. What does the red mean? Let's scroll back up. 8 to 12, up to a foot of rain. And look at this. Look how far this orange and yellow area extends. Look at this right here. Anywhere from New Orleans up to Jackson, Mississippi, in that 3 to 5 inches range. Just absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen, what we are currently looking at. Wow. I am just absolutely amazed by the power of this system. I'm going to try and FaceTime my partner, Will, to see if he can join us. Give me just a second. If he'll answer, that'd be great. He ain't gonna answer. Of course he isn't. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. I'm gonna try and actually add my camera just so that way you guys can see me for a second. Because we have the brand new advisory coming in very soon. Alrighty, there we go. Much better. Alrighty. Hello, the one viewer that we currently have. Welcome to the stream. Do you have any questions about Hurricane Ida that you would like answered? I'll be more than happy to answer anything you might have, considering you're the only viewer. Just want to go ahead and let you know that. When is the next advisory? Okay, the next advisory is the 10 o'clock advisory, Central Time. So that's going to be 11 o'clock Eastern Time. For those of you who can't see, I'm watching the Weather Channel right now on my TV. And also, I have a separate screen right here that I'm monitoring your questions on. So please feel free to let me know if you have any questions about anything. Let me try and move this camera a little bit closer to me. Oh. There we go. Let's see how that looks. There we go. Good deal. There we go. Alrighty. This is a very, very, very dangerous storm that we are watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pull up the satellite imagery. Just absolutely incredible storm that we're watching. I mean, just look at all this deep convection here. Just absolutely incredible. Let's try and see if we can get some wind reports on the radar if we can. I don't think we're going to get too much, but we could. Velocity. Looks like the strongest ones we're going to get. Whoopsies. I don't think we're going to get anything from that one specifically. Let's try and see if we can get anything from New Orleans. There's the center right there. You can clearly see that. I really want to see if I can get the winds. Nope, it won't go that far. Alright, so I don't think we're going to be able to see any wind gusts, any wind reports right now from the radar, but just look at this, just look at this storm. This is just absolutely incredible. This is just an absolutely incredible storm, ladies and gentlemen, that we're watching. I'm going to try and reposition my camera a little bit better. Give me just a second. There we go, that might be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and take a look at the visible satellite, see how that's looking. Oh, we're losing everything because of daylight. Darn it. Let's see the water vapor. This is a little bit more of a visible satellite. You can kind of see it right there. Alrighty. Welcome to two viewers that we currently have. Do any of you have any questions that you would like answered about Hurricane Ida? I'd be more than happy to answer them. Also, I'm watching the Weather Channel on my TV right now, seeing if there's anything I'm missing to make sure that you guys are updated. In case you are missing information, you can always head to my website at liamsweather.org on your phone. I posted all the graphics for the system on Hurricane Ida right on that page where it says Hurricane Ida right here. So if you just go to this page where I'm currently at, here is everything that you need to know on Hurricane Ida. Try Ventusky. Okay, let's try that. Haven't used Ventusky in a minute. Wind speed. How far? Let's do this. Let's try and go the highest we can. All right. Holy moly! Look at these winds. 80 miles sustained right now. Let's try and zoom in if we can to the best. And also notice really how everything on this eastern side where it's going to be coming in is going to be blowing in this northeastern direction. Just look at this beast. I mean, right in the center of the eye right now, we're having winds right now of 30 miles an hour, but right on this cloud wall, let's try and see if we can get even higher. Ooh, that's a bad one. I'm not really seeing too much strong winds right now. I'm trying to get the best. Wow, look at this. Okay, here are some of the biggest ones. Almost 100 miles an hour sustained in this northern eye wall. Let's try and get this one. Sustained 99 miles an hour, 100, 101, 100. Wow, just absolutely incredible. 100-mile-an-hour wind sustains in this northeastern eye wall. That is just absolutely incredible. Wow. Right now we're seeing a very strong westerly or easterly push. As we continue throughout the night, it's going to be eventually shifting out of the southwest and then eventually just out of the south. And that's what's going to be so strong, especially for places like Homa, New Orleans, Gulfport, Mobile. Just very, very, very dangerous. Let's try again and try and see if we can get the highest wind totals again on the radar. Let's try this one. Holy moly! Okay, this is the one that we need to be looking at. This thing is a Category 3, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly! No way. No way. This thing is a Category 4, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No way. Look at these winds. Oh my gosh. 140 Holy crud. 148-mile-an-hour winds. Holy moly. This thing is borderline Cat 5. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. These winds. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. There's no way. This whole area. 148-mile-an-hour winds. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. All along this eye wall. 100-mile-an-hour winds on both sides. Holy crap. Hang on a second. I'm looking on Twitter to see who's posting stuff. Please retweet this. I want to get... Alright. I just got a tweet. This is on my Twitter from Southeastern Louisiana. I know you really can't read it. It says, Southeast Louisiana, you have tonight, just tonight, to finish all preparations and to evacuate to a safe location before impacts from Ida start tomorrow morning. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us now, here are the current wind speeds that we have in Tusky on Hurricane Ida. We are currently getting wind speeds in Category 4 range. 148-mile-an-hour winds where my mouse is currently at right now. Category 5 is 156. We are less than 10 miles an hour away from Category 5 hurricane strength. Within the next half hour, we should get the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. It's going to be coming in at 10 p.m. Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So within the next half an hour, we're going to be getting the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. I would not be shocked if this thing is as right now a Category 4. Let's try and go to the enhanced satellite to see what it looks like right now. So you can see right here, let me pause this at the end. So right here on Ventusky, where this darkest area is right here, let me draw it. This area right in there, that is exactly on the satellite, right in this general area. Let me change my color. Right in there. So we're now seeing winds potentially over 140 miles an hour. This is just absolutely incredible winds all along this eye wall, most strongest on this northeastern side, mostly on this eastern side, on this northern side, winds over 140 miles per hour right now. All along this eye wall, winds anywhere from 95 to 140 miles per hour. I'm going to call my grandfather real fast because this is honestly just surreal. Give me just 1 second. Stay with me here. Oh my gosh. Holy crush. Oh my god. Pop, are you seeing the wind totals on this thing? 148 miles per hour. This thing's a category 4. And we're still 24 hours away from making landfall. This thing has a chance to become category 5, no joke. Oh my gosh. Holy, I'm in utter disbelief right now. No, this is 11 p.m. right now. Holy crap. Yeah. Alright, well, let me let you go. I just wanted to tell you that. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. I honestly can't. Holy crud. Alright, go. Alright, go back to. Yes, alright, I will. Hey, Courtney Summers, what are you saying wait for? I saw, oh, you just retracted your message. Let me know what you meant by that. Holy moly. Watch how this is played out. Just absolutely incredible. Shoot, hang on a second. Wait, are you for real category 4 already? I'm thinking yes, because right now, this is 11 o'clock right now. This is Ventusky. This is the wind patterns. Look at this right here. We're at winds around 140 miles per hour. I'm honestly not 100% if this is real, because I don't believe this. Like, this is exactly where the hurricane is right now. Wait, is this for real? I can't tell. Where are we right now? I can't tell if this right here at the slider bar is right now or it's not. If any of you that are watching are good on Ventusky, help me out here. Where did the storm go? How the heck did I get... Wait a minute. I'm losing my mind. Hang on a second. Let me reload this. Dude, what the heck is going on with Ventusky right now? Dude, I don't know why this thing is giving me so many problems right now. What the heck? Alright. Wow. Holy moly. Alright, for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. This is the live update on Hurricane Ida. We should have the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center within the next half hour. I'm kind of a little confused right now. I can't tell if this is a future radar of Hurricane Ida or this is a current radar of Hurricane Ida. This has been Tusky that I'm currently on. I can't tell if we're currently seeing wind gusts of 140 miles an hour. I really think that we are, because this is exactly where the hurricane is in regards to Louisiana. And you can see that in this northern eye wall that we're seeing winds of 140 miles an hour, which means that if this thing is a Category 4 right now, this is most likely going to be probably a Category 5 at landfall. It's just so hard to tell. I mean, let me try and go back to the radar, to the satellite loop. Let me try and reload this so I can get the best loop. So there's a lot. So you can definitely see that over the last several hours that this is what the convection looked like on the northern side of this. And as we progress this even more, look how much more convection is now blowing up. And that is a sign of extreme strengthening. And we still got all of this water to go through right here. So if this thing right now is a Category 4, this has the potential to become a Category 5 at landfall. No joke. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on some of the latest information on this system. As of 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, this is a 105 mile per hour Category 2 hurricane, winds of 105 miles an hour. It is definitely forecasted to become a Category 4 hurricane, if not already. As we saw, this satellite may not be the most up-to-date. Let me try and reload this. Here's 10:15, much more well-defined center, just off really is getting very, very close to the coastline of Louisiana. Hurricane warnings are in effect from Baton Rouge down to Grand Isle. Storm surge levels extremely, extremely high, 10 to 15 feet of storm surge south of Morgan City on the southern coast, 7 to 11 feet east of New Orleans. Gulfport, you were in that 7 to 11 feet also. 4 to 7 feet just east of Gulfport. Real fast, if anybody that is watching, if you have any experience with Ventusky and looking at the wind, can you tell me if this is present or not? I need your guys' help. I need to know whether or not this is the current winds right now. If this is the current winds, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be potentially a very, very, very life-threatening storm. Let's take a look at the water vapor imagery. That's a little bit more of a visible satellite. We can't really see the visible satellite right now because as the sun has gone down, that is not a good visible satellite. As the sun has gone down, we've lost the vision on this. Here was where the sun was up, and now we've lost it. As soon as the sun comes back up tomorrow morning, we'll get a better view of it. But because that has gone down now, I mean, just look at the way that this hurricane has come together over the last several hours. The way that it's just becoming more symmetrical and all that convection is really, forming on this northeastern side right here is indicating extreme strengthening. I'm really getting worried that this system is a Category 4. Once again, we should be getting the latest update from the National Hurricane Center at 10 o'clock 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So within the next 20 minutes or so, we should be getting the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. I'll stay on probably until at least 11:30. As you might have guessed, I'm going to be up all night watching the system. I don't have school tomorrow. It's a Sunday, obviously, and I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing all-day coverage of this system. Right now, it's forecasted to make landfall sometime around noon. Let's actually go to Tropical Tidbits and take a look at the hour that this system is going to be making landfall. Here is the forecast model from the GFS. Notice how also, as we progress this, that the pressure is going to be decreasing very, very fast. I don't really want to zoom this out because I don't want to... Let me try and see if I can get this general area. Here we go. Alright, let's try and play this out to see how it goes. Okay, so here is right before landfall, 956 millibars. This is borderline Category 4, borderline Category 5. Okay? Also, at this point in time, all these winds are going to be being pushed onshore. Let me change my pen a little bit around here. Go to black and make it the smallest, second smallest. At this time period, all these onshore winds are going to be being pushed onshore. On the western side, they're going to be pushed offshore. And notice how slow the system moves. Look how strong this rain is. Wind is now 105, Category 2. Is that the latest advisory? Let's see if I can reload this and get the latest advisory. Where are you getting that information, Mr. Lukey? Because I'm still seeing the 7 o'clock advisory here. And it's still up there on the Weather Channel right now. Mr. Lukey, if you can let me know where you got that information from, that'd be great. If you guys can just stay with me until we get this brand new advisory within the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to have so much more details on this system. This is a very, very, very dangerous and very important update from the National Hurricane Center. I mean, just look at these wind totals. Let me try and reload this just so that way we can get the most updated wind. Strongest winds I've seen right now that are on the radar is around 148. Anywhere in this general area, I'm seeing winds from 120 to 130. So we're in Category 3, Category 4 range. If we can get up to 156, that is Category 5. Okay, I really don't want to see Category 5 wind speeds. Just absolutely insane. And this is all in that northern eye wall. Okay? Everything is going to be in this northern eye wall. Give me just a second. I got to make a quick phone call. Stay with me. Ask me anything you might have in the comments down below, and I'll answer those. I just want to make sure my dad is up to date on this. All right, he's not going to answer. Alrighty. I really, really, really want to know whether or not this is live. I really feel like it is. I just cannot tell. If this is live, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be extremely, extremely catastrophic. Okay? This is going to be very, very, very dangerous. Once again, we're gonna have the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center at what time is it? Excuse me, 10 p.m. Central Time and 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So within the next 20 minutes or so, we should have extremely more valuable information. This new advisory is going to be extremely, extremely This advisory is going to be extremely, extremely important. Okay, he just like that. Yep, they're saying the new update on Ida is due soon. Yep. So we should be getting brand new information on Ida from the National Hurricane Center within 20 minutes or so. So just stay with me. I'm going to be live. I'm going to stay live for the latest advisory. Just stay with me so that way you get all the latest details on Hurricane Ida as we get the brand new advisory from the National Hurricane Center. If any of you have any questions that are watching for me, let me know. I'm not really going to be showing you any more of these graphics for right now just because these are all from the 7 o'clock advisory. We still most likely have hurricane warnings up right now. So this graphic is probably still very, very accurate. This one's still probably very, very accurate. But as far as the intensity goes, I'm going to wait. Because this is right now a 105 mile per hour Category 2 as from the National Hurricane Center 7 o'clock advisory. So I don't want to give you false information on this system. Here a second. Yeah, a second. My family is trying to get on the live stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and just share with them this, so that way they can get this on this system. Here, a second. Alrighty. Once again, we should be getting the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center at 10 p.m. Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. We usually get it at around within 20 minutes of the new hour. So really, within 10, 15 minutes or so, we should be getting the brand new advisory. And let me tell you, this advisory is going to be so very important. Please don't focus on this graphic right here, because as of the 7 o'clock advisory from Central Time, this was a 105 mile per hour Category 2. And also, please disregard these numbers right here for the intensity. This could definitely be different right now. Also, disregard the satellite. We're still probably looking at the same area for hurricane warnings and also same area for tropical storm warnings. We're still probably looking at extremely catastrophic storm surge numbers, 10 to 15 feet, 7 to 11, 6 to 9, 5 to 8, 4 to 7. You know, these numbers are just absolutely catastrophic. Don't also look at this graphic, because depending on how strong the hurricane is right now and depending on how strong they think it is going to be at landfall is also going to determine these numbers. And also, I think this graphic might be pretty up to date. And here are some of these spaghetti models. But once again, I'm going to just wait until the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center to give you all any extremely important information, because I don't want to give you wrong information that is from the 7 o'clock advisory, not from this latest advisory. The National Hurricane Center is working very, very hard right now as we speak to get us the latest advisory ASAP, so that way we know all the information and then I can give you it. So this is going to be a very, very, very important update from the National Hurricane Center within the next maybe 10 minutes max. We should be getting it before at least 11:55. We should be getting it around 10:50 max. And also, the meteorologists from the Weather Channel are scattered out across the whole entire area. Holy moly, yes, I know, Mr. Sean. Meteorologist Jackie Darris right now is live in Baton Rouge, LA. In case y'all are wondering where Jim Cantori is, he's going to be live in New Orleans along with Paul Goodloe. Stephanie Abrams, I think, is actually going to be closest to the coast. She's going to be near Homa, which is right in this general area. So, this is going to be very, very dangerous. How the heck did you make that icon, Mr. Sean? You got to teach me how to do that. Mr. Sean, if you are just joining us now, we are looking at Ventusky right here, and we are seeing some pretty alarming wind totals right now. In the northern Iowa, we're seeing winds of around 146 miles an hour. I really can't tell if this is a future radar or if this is a current radar. So I don't want to give you false information. Let's go hang with Jim. I would love that, but it is not the safest idea considering how strong the system is going to be at landfall. Once again, I want to show you these storm surge totals, 10 to 15 feet, anywhere in these white areas. I'm gonna go more in depth with this graphic when we get the brand new advisory from the National Hurricane Center. 6 to 9 feet southwest of Morgan City, 5 to 8 near Lake Pontchartrain. Also, this little area, this little orange area just west of Lake Pontchartrain, that is 4 to 7. Anywhere along this easternmost side of of Louisiana, that is in that 7 to 11 feet. That also does include western portions of the coastline of Mississippi. That also does include the city of Gulfport. As you head more eastward on the eastern side of the coastline of Mississippi, you're now going to be in that 4 to 7 range. And then last but not least, as you head towards southern part of Alabama near Mobile Bay, that is going to be in that 2 to 4 feet. And then last but not least, on this western side, 3 to 5 feet west of the 6 to 9 area. And then last but not least, 1 to 3 feet where Hurricane Laura made landfall. And before I go any further, I want to tell you that I think it was tomorrow that Hurricane Katrina, a Category 5 hurricane, made landfall relatively in the exact same area, and we're potentially looking at the exact same intensity system coming on land the exact same day. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina making landfall. A couple of days ago was the anniversary of Hurricane Laura making landfall right there where my mouse is as a 150 mile per hour Category 4 storm. So we've seen some extremely strong hurricanes, obviously along the northern Gulf Coast over the last couple of years, which is just absolutely devastating. And to now look at a hurricane that is just as powerful as Ida is coming in, this early in the game. We're not even at the peak of the season yet. The peak of the season is September 10th, so we're looking at an extremely detrimental and potentially, quote unquote, potentially life-threatening storm coming on land. This is going to be extremely, extremely dangerous. Will the dams hold up against the high surge? I want to say they will, but with this powerful of a storm, there's no telling what's going to happen. We're looking at wind gusts potentially over 120 miles an hour, 10 to 15 feet, maybe more storm surge, over 20 inches of rain. I mean, this system is just going to be an absolute wrecking ball, especially to southeastern Louisiana. I mean, I just can't put into words the severity level of this powerful, extremely powerful hurricane. It's still a Category 2 from the latest advisory. This was from 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So we're looking at, almost three hours later now. So I don't want to give you false information. That's why I just want to wait. I mean, we should be getting the newest advisory within minutes from the system. So for now on, I'm going to stop showing you these graphics just because we're going to be getting a brand new advisory within really minutes. Typically we see that at around within 10 minutes of the top of the hour. So it's 10:46 right now. So we're probably looking at within 5 to 8 minutes max, we're going to get extremely, extremely valuable information from the National Hurricane Center on this massive beast about to tear through the state of Louisiana. In case you guys are wondering when the system is forecasted to make landfall, I think they were saying sometime in between noon tomorrow and also around 3, anywhere in that general area. But the thing to keep in mind with the system, I'm going to tell you this right now, it's going to be moving extremely, extremely slowly as soon as it makes landfall. It's not necessarily going to stall. It's going to be moving faster than a stall. But let's say that it makes landfall at noon. It's only going to be 100 miles north of where it makes landfall as we head towards 10 p.m. So we're talking about only 100 miles north of that within 8 hours. That is how slow the system is going to be making landfall, and that is absolutely devastating to Louisiana, considering we're going to be battling a potential Category 4 hurricane making landfall with winds well over 120 miles an hour and a very strong onshore push that could lead to over 15 feet of storm surge, 20 inches of rain, potentially over 3 weeks worth of power outages. I mean, if you did not evacuate in this area, I am honestly scared for you. This could potentially be a very, very, very life-threatening situation. All right? The Weather Channel is about to come back on. We should be getting, once again, the latest advisory within minutes. I'm trying to reload my graphics on here. Here is the most updated satellite imagery as of 10:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Extremely strong convection here on this northeastern side. This was really not that strong, go back 2 or 3 hours ago, but now that it is over the very warm ocean waters of the northern Gulf, where there is plenty of moisture in the atmosphere, it's in an area that is prone to rapid intensification. Let's try and reload this wind radar to see if we can get most updated winds. So I'm still only seeing the strongest winds maxing out right now at 148 miles an hour, which is very strong, which is high end Cat 4. For those of you who don't know, Category 5 starts out with winds at 156 miles an hour, so we're within 10 miles an hour of, let me just say this, if this radar right now is current, then this thing is a massive Category 4 hurricane, and we are looking at a borderline Category 5. We are within 10 miles an hour. Oh, wait, shoot. Okay, we have the brand new advisory in from the National Hurricane Center. Let me see what the strength is. Okay, this is not... Okay, so we are not stronger at all. We're still at a 105 mile per hour Category 2. Pressure is 964. Current movement is northwest of 16 miles an hour, and the location is 145 miles southeast of the mouth of the Mississippi River. So this radar is obviously not intact. Let me try and... I think that's probably the wrong look. Maybe that's... I'm trying to see which is the best radar to look at here. Let me see if I can update this to get the latest advisory. Alright, don't listen, don't look at this. I'm trying to get you guys to see the latest advisory. Okay, so I think this actually is going to be a lot less stronger for winds than we thought. Because I'm currently seeing the newest cone. I really want this to get updated, like, right now. 10 latest advisory Hurricane Ida. Once again, this literally just came out right now. So everything is kind of new at this point. Just stay with me, guys. We're going to have these graphics are going to update hopefully within the next couple of minutes. Just update, please. Just update. Alright, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put on the weather channel on my computer. I'm going to turn off the volume. But I want you guys to see what they're saying. I am extremely sorry that my graphics are not updating. Alright. Get off my screen. Thank you. Alright. Alright, so I'm just turning this on just for a couple of minutes until I can get my graphics updated. See if I've gotten anything new. This is from Ed Piotrowski in the North Atlantic and moving away. So we now have a brand new tropical depression, actually. It is no threat to the United States, also, thankfully, though. Let's see if I can see if these are updated yet. I think they're still forecasting this system to become a Category 4, though. Just please update. Please. Please. You don't understand how annoying this is for me. Alright, while we're waiting, does anybody have any questions that they want to be answered within this newest advisory? This is now just a waiting game, unfortunately. So I think right now this is 10 meters above the ground. I just want to see. Where the heck am I getting these 140-mile-an-hour wind gusts from? I'm extremely, extremely sorry that this is not updating like it should be. Let me try this. Yes, even this is still saying the 7 o'clock advisory. So it looks like right here, this is where I think the system will be making landfall. We're probably looking at a landfall in between 4 and 7 p.m. Very strong wind gusts. Now a 100% chance of seeing hurricane force winds right here. Power outages, rainfalls, flood alerts. There's just a countless number of graphics. I want to be able to show you the forecast. The updated cone. It's really annoying. Let me see what my team is saying on Twitter. The amount of strength... Okay, you know what? Let me go to my Twitter and show you this. So that way I'm not just reading this. So this is the latest tweet I've gotten. The amount of strengthening Ida has done is just terrifying. I'm very concerned for Louisiana. Well-defined eye is definitely shown. That is absolutely 100% correct. Okay, you know what? Oh, here is the latest update. Okay, so let me try and zoom in on this and show you. So right now, look at this. This right here, let me bring up my pen. Shoot. Alrighty. So here is, let me change my color. This is the Louisiana coastline right here. We are right here. This is Category 4 right before it makes landfall. Wow. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. So what they're saying right now is that even though it's not strengthening, the pressure is continuing to decrease, and that is a very, very, very bad sign. Holy crow, they're forecasting it to be a Category 4. Oh my god. Okay, they're saying by Sunday morning that it's going to be a Category 4 hurricane, winds 130. Holy moly. Give me just 1 second. I gotta make a quick phone call. This is just absolutely terrifying. I cannot believe that they're forecasting this thing to be a Category 4 at landfall. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. They're saying now that the pressure continues to decrease, and that's a sign of strengthening. Like, they're forecasting it to be 135 mile per hour Cat 4 at landfall. And they're saying that as soon as it makes landfall, it's going to slow down. Oh my god. I cannot believe this. It's alright, you don't have to stay on if you don't want to. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm so mad that my graphics aren't updating. Well, I mean, the latest of the next update is at 1 a.m. and I'm probably gonna stay up till then. Yeah, true. Right. Well, let me let you go because I'm losing viewers. So let me let you go. All right. See ya. All right. All right. Bye. Just absolutely incredible. All right. Welcome if you're just joining us now. We have the brand new advisory from the National Hurricane Center. There really hasn't been many changes. Um, from the 7 o'clock advisory, we're still looking at a 105 mile per hour Category 2 hurricane. They're still forecasting now this system to become a major Category 4 hurricane at landfall with winds of 130 miles an hour. I'm really sorry that my graphic isn't loading from the National Hurricane Center. Here's the 10 o'clock advisory warning. Still looking at a hurricane warning from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Grand Isle. Still looking at very high storm surge totals. A 100% chance of seeing hurricane force winds in that purple area. Just a very, very, very dangerous system breaking out now. I'm going to go ahead and watch the Weather Channel right here because this is going to show you the forecast track. I turned off the sound so that way you can't hear them, just hear me. But just, I mean, there's the enhanced satellite right there. I mean, just look at all the convection there on that northeastern side. And the thing about the update that they're saying is that the pressure continues to decrease, and that is a very bad sign. I appreciate y'all staying with me at this time of night. I want to make sure that you all are updated on this system. As you might have guessed, I will be definitely live tomorrow covering the landfall of Hurricane Ida. There's some of the outer bands you can see just off the coast of western Florida. The center is roughly right in that general area where he just actually drew at the same time as I was moving my mouse over there. We also do have a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's actually get to that and see what is going on with that. Let's try and get the radar to update here. And this is just the beginning of the impacts from Hurricane Ida. Let's try and see why they are making this severe warned. Probably because of the winds. Yeah, hazard 60 mile an hour wind gusts. Right now, it looks like the strongest wind gusts are around 55 to 60 miles an hour. Also, the brand new, the next advisory. Oh, here's the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Finally, we have it. It finally updated. So once again, not that many changes to the latest advisory. We currently have a 105 mile per hour Category 2 hurricane. Wind sustained at 105 miles an hour. We're still looking at a very strong Category 3 hurricane. Category 4 hurricane. As we head into tomorrow morning, it will most likely make landfall as a Category 4 hurricane with winds either at 130 miles an hour or greater. I mean, it's still got this little area of ocean to go, so it may still be able to strengthen up to a very strong, even stronger Category 4 hurricane, potentially even a Category 5. I don't think it may not get to Category 5, but it's definitely not out of the question. Right now, notice how it'll still be a hurricane on land, a Category 2 hurricane, as we head into tomorrow night, a 100-mile-per-hour Category 2 hurricane, and then finally being downgraded to a tropical storm probably either late Sunday night and then into early Monday morning, and then eventually becoming a tropical depression, and then a post-tropical cyclone as it heads over the Mississippi River Valley, Kentucky River Valley, and then eventually into the Mid-Atlantic, and then also into the Ohio River Valley. So this is going to be a very, very, very dangerous storm. Let's go ahead and get you updated on the latest impacts within this system. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at the satellite loop. Let's go ahead and reload this so that way we can get the best satellite loop. Extremely strong convection here along this northern side. You can just see wherever that white is blowing up. That is the strongest thunderstorms that we're seeing fire up right now as we speak. Let's go ahead and take a look at the warnings that are currently up right now. Hurricane warnings issued for Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Grand Isle. All these locations are in that hurricane warning, indicating we could easily be seeing winds gusting over 100 miles per hour. Also, just east of Lake Charles, we have a tropical storm warning that does include Monroe, Louisiana, Jackson, Hattiesburg, Gulfport, Mississippi, and then also getting into Mobile, Alabama. And in case you're wondering, the Weather Channel will have live coverage of the system all day tomorrow. They're going to have meteorologists spread out across Louisiana, including meteorologist Jim Cantori, who will be live in New Orleans tomorrow. Now, I want to really focus on this graphic right here. Let me get my pen out for a second, all right? Look at this. 10 to 15 feet of storm surge is expected with this system. That is catastrophic. 7 to 11 feet east of New Orleans. In Lake Pontchartrain, 5 to 8. Gulfport, you were in that 7 to 11. East of Gulfport, 4 to 7. Mobile, 2 to 4. Southwestern Morgan City, 6 to 9. Lake Charles, where Hurricane Laura made landfall last year, 1 to 3. Extremely, extremely catastrophic. Here's your chance of seeing hurricane force winds. A guaranteed shot right along this most eastern side right here. In this red, that does include Houma, Louisiana. A 80 to 90% chance. New Orleans, you're in that 60 to 70% chance. Baton Rouge, 40 to 50% chance. Just absolutely incredible. And look at these rainfall totals. In the yellow, this includes the whole entire state of Mississippi and western portions of Alabama. 3 to 5. Southern Mississippi and a very small portion there in southwestern Alabama. 5 to 8. Eastern Louisiana, 8 to 12. And last but not least, some very small portions of there, 12 to 18. Jacob's Weather commented, what is the best weather website you use? That is a very hard question to answer. When you mean, I'm gonna go when it comes to tropical stuff and getting my models, it's gonna be Tropical Tidbits because I can easily get all of my details right here with the systems. Because like here's the satellite, here's the forecast track, intensity models, and everything else like that. You can see all the forecast models that show the precipitation, pressure systems, millibars, and everything else like that. Another good website that I use for radars, I use Radar Scope. It allows me, I definitely use it a lot more during severe weather outbreak, especially during tornado warnings. Weather Bell is good to use. I don't have that. If you're looking to make graphics for yourself, I definitely recommend getting Met Graphics, and I'll tell you why right now. I bought this. I got this for my birthday last year, and these are some of the templates that I can have. So this is a really great website to buy. It's about, you can either buy each one of these individually for like 12 or 13 bucks. Some of the bigger ones cost closer to 30, but you can buy everything if you want for $125 a year, which is the current plan that I have. So those are the current weather models that I use, but there are just so many out there, you know. I hope that answered your question. Let me know if you need help going through anything. I'll be more than happy to let you know. But let's go ahead and get back on track and continue to talk about um, Hurricane Ida. I'm gonna go ahead and end soon, just because I'm getting really tired. I'm gonna be going live tomorrow on my Facebook, on my Instagram, and also on my Twitter. And obviously, I will be going live on YouTube during the landfall of this system. So don't think that I won't be covering the system. I'll be watching it all day long tomorrow as the system just progresses and progresses to just get extremely strong. Um, with that being said, does anybody else have any questions before I go ahead and end the stream? Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I worked all day today, so I'm relatively tired, as you might have guessed. But I wanted to make sure that you guys were updated on the most information that you could within the system. Um, keep working, keep grind. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, thanks. Just making sure I'm using the right website for my videos. Yeah, absolutely. Let me actually go check out your channel. Do you have a channel on YouTube that I can subscribe to? I'd be more than happy to. Jacob's weather. Let me look at that. Oh yeah, you do have a YouTube channel. Am I subscribed? Yes, I am subscribed. Alright, 15 subscribers, not bad. You're getting there, you're doing a good job. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish things up at um, 12:17. I'm gonna give you guys a couple more minutes to ask me anything you might have. I'll go back, show any of my graphics if you want. Let me know if you have any more questions or want anything else to be asked before I go ahead and end the stream. I'm gonna be live tomorrow um, during the landfall of this system. I'll be also be going live on my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter on this system. So I will be covering it all tomorrow. This is a very dangerous system that we're watching. Feel free to comment on anything you might have in the comment section down below in the live chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm watching the live chat right now on my other screen, so I can see all the questions and comments you guys have. Alright, I'm not seeing any questions yet. I'm going to give you another 3 minutes to ask me anything you might have, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. I see we currently have 3 people watching right now. If anybody has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm now up to 265 subscribers. I really do appreciate all the subscribers I have. It's absolutely incredible. My current goal is 300 by Halloween, aka October 31st. So if you can tell all your friends and family to subscribe to my channel, that would be absolutely great. Alright, 1 more minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. Alrighty. Alright, just a couple more seconds. Alrighty, it is now 11:17. That wraps up my stream tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Please join me tomorrow as I closely monitor this massive hurricane coming on land. I will be live tomorrow on all of my platforms to bring you the latest information on all this system. Please be sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. You hit the notification bell on, and also you click the like button if you are enjoying my content. So that is going to wrap up the stream tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed night, and please stay safe.